Here's the brutal reality that no one wants to talk about. Sometimes a single injury can absolutely destroy a professional athlete's entire financial future. And Lane Thomas of the Cleveland Guardians is living proof of this harsh truth right now. Picture this scenario, if you will. Just months ago, Thomas was the postseason hero whose clutch hitting helped propel Cleveland through an unforgettable playoff run. Fast forward to today, and he's staring down the barrel of foot surgery that threatens to torpedo his free agency value right when he needs it most. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just bad luck, or a cautionary tale about how teams should handle injury-prone players? Let's rewind to that magical October moment that Guardians fans will never forget. You probably remember Thomas launching that 3-run bomb in Game 1 of the 2024 ALDS. Or maybe that grand slam that left Cy Young winner Tarek Skubal visibly frustrated as Thomas rounded the bases while Progressive Field went absolutely wild. But here's the at-bat that really showcases Thomas's clutch gene. And this is the part most people miss. Picture Game 3 of the ALCS against the mighty New York Yankees. 2 outs, nobody on base. Season hanging by a thread. Yankees closer Luke Weaver pounds the strike zone early, getting ahead with 2 called strikes. Most hitters would crumble under that pressure. Not Thomas. He battled like his career depended on it, laying off 3 straight pitches outside the zone with ice in his veins. Then came the payoff, a rocket shot off a 95-mile-per-hour fastball that barely cleared the 19-foot wall in left center field. That clutch double set the stage for Jonkinson Noel's legendary blast that brought the Guardians back from the dead. While Noel's heroics and David Fry's walk-off magic grab most of the headlines, teammates and coaches constantly rave about Thomas's gritty at-bat that made it all possible. Even Noel himself makes sure to give Thomas credit whenever anyone asks about his epic home run. The harsh truth? Without Thomas's playoff heroics, Cleveland's magical 2024 run would have fizzled out with a whimper much earlier. The Guardians traded away prospects Alex Clemmie, Jose Tena, and Rafael Ramirez to Washington for Thomas at the deadline. And honestly, they'd make that same deal again in a heartbeat. Thomas didn't just fill a roster spot. He became the missing piece that completed their championship puzzle. The organization showed their appreciation in a truly classy way, blasting Rocky Top, his University of Tennessee fight song, after every playoff victory, entering each clubhouse celebration. Those moments created memories that will last a lifetime. And this is the part most people miss. That's what makes Thomas's 2025 nightmare season so absolutely heartbreaking. This year has been nothing short of a disaster for the 30-year-old outfielder, especially considering he's headed for free agency, where his market value has plummeted faster than a lead balloon. The contract offers he'll receive this winter will be a fraction of what seemed possible just 6 months ago. Next week, Thomas will consult with a specialist in Indianapolis about a surgical procedure on his troublesome right foot. The conversation has already covered the chronic pain that's plagued him all season, and both sides are seriously discussing surgery that would require a 3-month recovery period. While Thomas hasn't officially announced he's done for the year, let's be real here. The writing is clearly on the wall. With only 2 weeks left in the regular season and minor league play wrapping up next week, his latest rehab attempt has stalled once again due to persistent foot pain. Manager Stephen Vogt's words said it all, speaking about Thomas's season in past tense. He just couldn't ever get healthy. I feel for him. The numbers tell a devastating story. Thomas managed just 39 games this season, with 142 plate appearances, posting a miserable .160, .246, 272 slash line with only 4 home runs, 2 doubles, and 4 stolen bases. This is the same player who swiped 32 bases last year and crushed 28 homers 2 seasons ago. Even Murphy's Law would consider this level of bad fortune excessive. Here's where the injury timeline gets truly maddening. During the home opener, Thomas took a pitch to the wrist and missed a week. He returned briefly, then vanished for an entire month. After just 4 games back, plantar fasciitis in his foot started causing excruciating pain, sidelining him for another 2 weeks. The cycle became predictably cruel. Return for 3.5 weeks, back to the injured list. Ramp up training, shut down again, attempt rehab, stop again. He received multiple cortisone injections and other treatments, but nothing provided lasting relief. He'd play 1 inning and could barely walk afterward. But here's where it gets controversial. These foot problems actually started brewing last season. Thomas developed a bone bruise in his heel that worsened as 2024 progressed, then flared up during spring training. He gutted through it initially, but the injury eventually forced him out of action entirely. According to Thomas, he's connected with other players who've battled similar issues, including Carlos Correa and Harrison Bader, seeking advice and perspective on the recovery process. Obviously, it's been tough, Thomas admitted with obvious frustration. I don't want to downplay the year. It's been really hard. But at the same time, it's a tough game. You play long enough, I feel like you'll run into some bad luck. Despite the physical and emotional toll, Thomas has maintained his presence around the team, spending most days at the ballpark, supporting his teammates through this difficult period. He's looking forward to the day when reporters ask about home runs and spectacular catches, instead of injury updates and pain management. Regarding his future, Thomas expressed genuine interest in re-signing with Cleveland, but emphasized that serious contract discussions must wait until his health situation becomes clearer. Both he and any interested teams need complete transparency about his medical outlook and recovery timeline. Cleveland's outfield situation remains largely unsettled beyond Stephen Kwan's established role. The organization could see George Valera, Chase DeLauter, Nolan Jones, Noel, and Angel Martinez competing for opportunities next spring, making Thomas's potential return even more intriguing. For now, Thomas is hoping Cleveland can recapture their postseason magic without his contributions on the field. While he can't deliver clutch at-bats this time around, he'd love nothing more than celebrating with a cold beer while Rocky Top echoes through the clubhouse once again. Hopefully, there are some meaningful games here at the end, Thomas said with cautious optimism, and I'll get it ripping in here. And this is the part most people miss. Thomas's situation raises some uncomfortable questions about professional sports. Should teams be more cautious about trading valuable prospects for injury-prone players approaching free agency? Is there a better way to handle chronic injuries that could preserve both player health and career earnings? What do you think? Is Thomas a victim of pure bad luck, or should the Guardians have seen these red flags coming? Should teams be required to provide more comprehensive injury disclosure during trades? Share your thoughts below, because this story touches on issues that affect every franchise in professional sports.